Hello everyone and welcome back to Make Macomb Your Home, the Mark and Megan show.
Or Megan and Mark, as I like to call it.
You like to call it that, but you lost the coin flip.
But ladies first, Megan, Mark.
Respect your elders.
Oh!
Respect your elders, okay?
Yes,
so
true.
the old guy gets to go before the young lady.
Mark,
right?
Megan,
In this
Megan,
particular
Mark.
case. Anyway, we got a great show coming up. Again, Jerry Santoro, he's one of our senior planners from Macomb County that helps talk about water resources. He's got some great things to share with you.
We're also going to have two student guests, Haley Watkins. She has an amazing YouTube video. You got to see it. And then Trel Williams. He's got quite the resume. He'll be
Good kid.
awesome. Yeah.
Great kid.
Yeah.
And in the end of the show, we're going to show another one of those adopt a pets. We got our director of the animal shelter, Jeff Randazzo, does a great job over there, but I'm trying to get people to understand that there's animals out there for them to adopt. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with our first guest. So we're here with our first guest, Jerry Santoro, and Jerry is actually the senior planner in Macomb County's Planning Economic Development Department. When I say senior, he's the guru when it comes to water resource, water quality, water attractions, and trying to really put Macomb County on the map with our 31.5 miles of coastline and our about 40 plus miles of what I call the mainstream Main Street here, our Clinton River. So Jerry, we appreciate you being on the program here.
It's a privilege to be here.
We appreciate it. This is kind of our kitchen setting.
Yeah, thanks for being here. You've got quite a big title.
It sounds like it, doesn't it?
I think I've made half of it up now.
Yeah.
So, but again, it makes him feel important, so he does some more work.
There we go. It's all about,
So, it's all about the status, right? But you are really making some things happen here in Macomb County, and hats off to you, the department, and your Water Resource Advisory Council that you were able to establish and put together. You know what, in fact, if you can tell maybe the viewers a little bit about what is the Water Resource Advisory Council and what is it your main focus is from the planning department?
Sure. The Water Resources Advisory Council brings people in from the community, all the way from the federal government level, state level, local government level, and then we also plug into like the educational and then even business owners like marina owners and those who are in the know of everything about the economic development, the environmental stewardship ends of water resources, and it's really important to bring them all together so that we're looking at these and everything's out on the table so that it's a great way to try and solve problems. And what we've seen so far with the Water Resources Advisory Council to the county executive is that it is working. This is exactly what we need to accomplish a lot of the issues involved with.
And I've been to a couple of those meetings. I mean, you talk about some pretty high-profile people that are very passionate about their areas of interest, as you mentioned. You know, those are from the Watershed Council, people that are from, the tourism. How do we really attract people to want to come here? And then even people from the municipality saying, you know what, we need to create some things in our communities to draw attention to what we have out here, the beauties.
How long has that council been around?
We established it a year ago, May. And so we've been, I think we've had 5 meetings. So we try to meet quarterly. And our next meeting will be leading up to our River Day, which is going to be in June. And what we're doing is we're meeting a day ahead. So we're going to make a major announcement about some of the work that the Water Resources Advisory Council, some of the members there have worked very closely with us to develop, we're going to have a major announcement about the progression in studies about freshwater in our particular area from, Lake Huron down to Lake Erie, which includes all of Lake St. Clair. So it's going to be a very specific, description about what we're doing. There's a lot of great initiatives. We did a strategic development plan over the last year, and it identified about between 50 and 60 major projects and programs that we could sort of put together that would then make the lake and the river more accessible to the general public, as well as some other very specific educational
What are some of those? Give us some examples.
One thing is we were able to get ITC to come in as a partner to work with both Shelby Township and Utica and Sterling Heights to determine locations where we need additional boat launch areas for the Clinton River. They're both in the process of developing these additional areas for liveries, and we have some liveries that have started their own businesses in Macomb specifically because they realize that the kayaking and the canoeing is really becoming a major part of what we're doing.
We're going to get Megan out there. I mean,
Yeah.
We would love to have
I'd
anyone
love
It's
it.
out
absolutely
there.
incredible. And and again, viewers, or anybody who hasn't had a chance to see the Clinton River and understand, again, I was a kid growing up on the Rifle River,
Right.
on the Osabo River, paddling, canoeing, kayaking, having a great time, and not even realizing this is in our own backyard. Why are we sending kids from the, from the schools, the Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts up north, when that could be something they can do for recreation right in our own backyard?
There's something really to be said about the quality of the Clinton River too. It's really come back. I mean, it's been cleaned up. We're now removing all the large woody debris out of there. Big sections of the river are opened up. The area from Yates Cider Mill at DeQuinder Road down to downtown Utica, all the way through Shelby, is actually a very technical river that really requires some skills. It's more difficult than the Osabo River up north. So, but the areas now south of there towards the lake, especially we're working with Sterling Heights right now to open up a big section of the river this year. Clinton Township's really serious about developing a program from Bud Park all the way to downtown Mount Clemens. It's a little deeper, wider, so it's better for families. And it's a little slower moving, so it's not as technical and it's a little bit more safe. Then we have a coastal paddling map that we work with the Sea Grant office that goes all the way from Edsel and Eleanor Ford House in the Grosse Pointe Shores, which is technically in
Macomb
County.
Oh, okay.
It is. The Edsel and Eleanor Ford
All
House
the way
is
up to
Macomb.
all the little
Macomb.
parks, all the way through up to Metro, Lake St. Clair Metro Park, and then all the way up to New Baltimore beaches. So that's another exciting thing. And all this can be found on the tourism website.
I envision a Paddlepalooza day where just a ton of people embark upon the Clinton River from start to
good
finish.
idea.
Maybe and even campsites along the way where people
Yeah,
can camp. And
absolutely.
I mean, I'm not talking about just a pup tent, where they pop it up and they grill some hot dogs and then they move along and they're done for the day. I'm talking about some weekend adventures out on that Clinton River.
Yeah, we have a dream of creating a program that's called Lakes to the Lake. All the way from the lakes in Oakland County, where the main branch gets its waters from, the headwaters, all the way out to Lake St. Clair. It would be but it would take 2 days with good kayakers, and I'm maybe using Shelby as the area where the camping could take place. So we've been working with their Parks and Rec department, Joe Youngblood, and really we're making some progress in those areas, and we're looking at how that could actually be facilitated at some time.
So for a family, say you just want to do a Saturday trip, what would you do?
If it was a family, I would suggest that they go from Clinton Township, Bud Park, to downtown Mount Clemens.
Now, can they get in there right now? In other words, are
They
there people
can.
that
There's
are renting
there's some
canoes?
liveries. There's 2 liveries that do rentals now in Macomb County, and both of them can be accessible. And if you go to tourlakestclair.org, you can find access to all of these resources. Now, I might say that Sterling Heights is really doing an exceptional job at getting the river cleaned up in their section. They would also be family friendly. So we're sort of curious to find out when in the season that will be completely open. We're pretty excited about that too. We do know all the way to North Clinton River Park by Riverland from Utica will be open very shortly.
So what if, kids get hungry and they want some ice cream? Are there going to be new businesses popping up?
Great
Glad
question.
you asked.
Great question. Yeah.
I said
Great
ice
question.
cream. I love ice cream.
Well, actually, for those who want more than ice cream, like food and spirits, that will be available too. But Utica is right now in the process of, if you ever seen a river walk, right between Auburn Road and M59, right in downtown, beautiful little section that they just improved. We are working to put a small little livery there on the opposite bank of the river walk, where you'll be able to tie up your canoe and kayak if you're going from like Yates to Heritage Park, and stop off for an hour or two, go to one of the outdoor patios, or go to an ice cream shop, and get some refreshments or dine, and then get back in your canoe or kayak and then finish up your trip. Or it's going to be a place where you can launch.
And I gotta believe some of these businesses and communities will start to develop those things if they realize people are using that river for that
Absolutely.
purpose. I mean,
Yeah.
a business person is gonna go, you know what, maybe I'll put up an ice cream
Yeah.
shop over there. If Megan's gonna be coming on down in a canoe or a
Yeah.
kayak,
Right.
because I know she's gonna want some of that.
Just going to get hungry.
It does.
Exactly.
It draws business.
Yeah.
It's like you're creating something that people will relate to, and it's about getting people connected to our water resources that we've greatly overlooked for many years. But we have water resources that no other place in this country really has. Access to our fresh water you know, is pretty incredible. And it's something that we believe really needs to be expanded upon. And that's why we're passionate and we're excited about all of this, because it really does make a difference to everybody in Southeast Michigan.
Sometimes we take granted for it. 60 seconds. Some high-profile things that are going on also as well with the lake. I know we got a fishing tournament. There's some.
Well, we have about, I think, over 8 fishing tournaments now, but were able to land the granddaddy Super Bowl of them all, which is the Bass Pro Elite Series. It will be in late August.
Here at Lake St. Clair.
It will be televised on 500 million households worldwide. So Lake St. Clair will be shown, you know, around the world. So we're excited about that. We have the Sprint and Splash event, which is getting people out on the water, either as a 5K fun run or a competitive run with a 2-mile kayak, stand-up paddling competition.
That sounds exciting.
And then we have the Aquapalooza, which is the last weekend, Saturday and Sunday in July.
Big concert.
Which is a concert on the water.
Unbelievable.
Out in front of
They did a great
Macray
job.
Harbor and Belmar Marinas. And it's fun.
Very
It's a huge party. So
Exciting stuff. Well, you know what? We're going to kind of go to a quick little break here, and it's
Great.
going to maybe just to be a short segment on that Sprint and Splash event, kind of a commercial break to it. But Jerry, we want to thank you for being here. But
Thank
more
you.
importantly,
Thank
thank you
you.
for all that you're doing to help us
Oh,
really
it's
develop
my
our water
pleasure.
resources.
Very
Thank you so
exciting.
much.
Thanks again, and we're going to kind of go to a quick break, and we'll be back with our next 2 guests.
The military takes an oath. They solemnly swear that they will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. In Macomb County, we make a promise that we will employ every resource we possess in making sure that the brave men and women who take that oath come back home safe and successful. We are the innovators of technology, created to best protect those who have sworn to protect us, and the manufacturers of weaponry, created to best repel those who would try to stop them. We are Macomb County. Our success is battle-tested, our heritage bravely forged. We are fathers and mothers, providing for our families, and at the same time, a systematic workforce advancing the technology of freedom. Some call us the defense capital of the Midwest. Others, the arsenal of innovation. But to those who live here, the men and women dedicating themselves daily to protecting the American dream, Macomb County is simply known by one name: home.
Welcome back. We are here with our next guest, Miss Haley Watkins. But before we introduce her, we have to show you this awesome video clip of her. Take a look at this. Wow, Haley Watkins, 7th grader from L'Anse Creuse East. Nice to meet you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
That was incredible.
Thank
That
you.
was incredible.
I mean, I love basketball. It's one of my favorite sports. But I couldn't even think about attempting something like that. I don't think I can even lay down and just
Yeah.
try to throw a ball.
Yeah,
like that.
so how did that all come about? Were you just hanging out? How did it start?
Well, we were watching CNN, and the high schooler did like the same shot, so I wanted to try it. So after that, I had basketball practice, and once I tried it, like I think it was the 10th time, my coach got it on video, and I made it. So.
Do you have gymnastics in your background or something?
Yes.
Or? Okay, all right. Yeah, I was going to say, I can't figure out how you could even attempt to do that without having some experience in gymnastics. But
That is amazing.
I know.
Did you hurt yourself or anything when you were attempting? No.
Do people still like say, like now you get on a basketball court, they go, Haley, come here, try to make that shot again.
Yes.
Do they? I can imagine. It's
A lot.
They drive you nuts. And so you saw a high schooler do this, and you thought, okay, I'm going to upstage the high schooler here. I'm just a 7th grader, and I can do that. Is that what you were thinking? I love it. I love that passion.
That's amazing.
The
So
kid.
what did your parents say? You know, and you have a brother,
Sister.
a sister? What did they all say?
Well, my mom and dad didn't believe me at first that I made it until they watched the video.
Parents are like that. Parents are like that.
Yeah, until I watched the video and they were like all excited that I made it.
Good for you. And you play other sports too.
Yes.
What do you?
I do gymnastics, volleyball, and basketball, and track.
What's your favorite?
Gymnastics.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
That's what you like to do most, eh?
Yeah.
Very good. Wow.
And do you watch that YouTube clip every once in a while?
Yes.
You do? How many hits have you
I
got?
think it's like 4,555.
Haley, if I did that, I'd be watching it every second. I'd be showing everybody. I'd be running around town without a phone to say, "That's me." I mean, I wouldn't even
Yeah.
hesitate. I think I'd probably figure out how to put it on my refrigerator so everybody else could see it on a regular basis.
That's
So
pretty
I'm well past
impressive.
that stage, though. Very impressive. We're excited for you. And how about school? You do well in school? Pretty good grades?
Yes.
Oh yeah. What's your favorite subject there?
Science.
Really, science. Do you couple that with math too?
Mm.
Not so much? Okay, all right. I was thinking about the engineering opportunities there. So,
And so right now, what's in season? Are you in track?
Yes.
Are you practicing for that?
Yeah. We have a big meet today, so.
Okay.
what's your event? What do you like to do?
Well, I do the 1,600 meter relay, and I do 70 meter, and I do 100 meter.
Pretty active kid.
Very good.
Love it. Well, we're glad you came on our program here, and we're excited to show the rest of the county what some kids do here in Macomb County, in particular you, and that wonderful shot that you made. I'm going to bet you there's going to be some kids out there trying to think about, I got to try that now.
Yeah.
And we'll see if they succeed as well. So, well, thank you for being on our show.
Thank you for
Thank
having me.
you.
All right, we appreciate
Very
it.
exciting. And we will be right back with our next guest, Mr. Trel Williams. Hello, welcome back to Mark and Megan, or Megan and Mark Show.
Don't go there again. Let's start on that.
Our next guest is an amazing young man. His name is Trel Williams. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
I got to meet him already. I mean, I was actually earlier this year at the ISD. They had an award ceremony for all these special kids or students of the county, and Trel, they started talking about his remarkable background and things that he's already accomplished. I thought they were introducing somebody that's, you know, I mean, in their 40s or 50s already.
Yeah.
And when they started talking about him, and he comes up and he's
Yeah.
shaking hands with everybody, he's looking right in the eye, and I'm thinking, this is a special kid that's going to go places someday. So, Trel, we are excited to have you here on our program.
Thank you for having me.
And again, your background. I mean, the thing that I first heard when they started talking, you were the captain of this, you're the captain of that. You're very much into sports. Love
Yes.
sports.
Yes.
What sports do you play? And if you can, for those that are listening, can you tell them whether you're a captain of that particular sports program or not? I don't think you're not a captain of any of them, but go ahead.
I'm a captain of all of the sports I play. I play basketball, football, soccer, and I run track and field.
Absolutely incredible.
Wow. And where do you go to school?
New Haven High School.
Okay.
Yes.
And you have quite the resume. I mean, that's pretty amazing. And so, what were you doing at the event when you two met?
I
Getting
got,
another award.
yes,
Him, not me.
got awarded for outstanding senior for CTE,
And what is CTE?
Career Technological education.
You know, you do something at the school pretty special too, that
Yes.
deals with business. And what is that?
Business Professionals of America. I'm actually the vice president of our chapter.
And do you run the school store or something? I think there was
Yes,
something in there.
I'm also the manager of our school store.
Oh, okay. So you got kind of a business interest? Is that what you'd like to be someday?
Yes.
Kind of own your own company or business?
I'm actually going to Northwood University, and I'm majoring in automotive aftermarket.
Oh, okay.
So,
So you have, that's what you have your interest in, is automotive?
yes.
Very good. Okay. Now, when you talk about sports, I can't help it. I go back to sports. I understand about this economic development stuff and, you know, business. I mean, I get that, but it's more exciting sports is. But sports, what is your favorite sport? What do you like to play most?
Track and field.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And that's what you're getting your scholarship in.
Yes.
So, I mean, full ride?
Yes.
And you're going where again?
Northwood University.
That's incredible.
Very impressive.
God, I was a captain of my wrestling team. It was just
Yeah?
like one program, and
Yeah.
I didn't get a scholarship to go anywhere. I guess what does that tell you? You know? It doesn't say much. But you must be pretty proud of yourself,
Yes, I am.
right? Brothers and sisters?
I have 2 older sisters, yes.
And what do they do?
They're actually students in college right now. One goes to Macomb Community College, and the other one goes to Baker.
Oh, okay, very good.
Yes.
And they pretty proud of their little brother too?
Yes, they
I
are.
imagine. They good influence for you?
Yes.
Are they?
Yes.
Good. And mom and dad probably are excited they don't have to pay any college tuition rates for you when you're heading out.
They're really excited for that.
Are they always there watching you when you're running or playing sports?
Every sport, every game, every meet.
That's it's so important. I mean, for kids today to have their parents there watching and kind of engaging with them, it gives you that kind of comfort knowing that they're proud of you.
Yes.
That's probably part of the reason why you do it.
Yes.
Are you pretty busy with the store too?
Yes,
The
I'm
school store?
always busy with that.
Yeah.
Now they're sending you out of state. You're going somewhere?
Yeah, we're going to Orlando, Florida for nationals for Business Professionals of America.
And what do you do there? What is it you'll be doing when you get sent down? And they're paying that full ride too?
Yes.
Is there anything that they're not providing for you? Man, I want to go back and do it again. I want to follow this kid's lead. It's incredible.
That's amazing.
So what? In other words, you go and get there. What do they have you do?
It's leadership conference, so we're just gonna learn a few more leadership skills, which is always good. So.
Well, I got to tell you, I think you've got quite a bit going for you right now in the leadership department.
Thank you.
So I think while you're there, you're probably going to be teaching a few things to other people that are at that program. So we're proud of you. I'm excited, and I just know very little
Yes.
bit about you from what I see and the opportunity to meet and sit down and talk with you. You're a very impressive young man.
Thank you.
You're going to go far in life, so keep doing what you're doing.
Great
and
work.
we appreciate you being on our show.
Thank you.
All right?
Thank you.
Thanks, Van Trel. All right, next up, we're going to have Jeff Randazzo. He's the director of our animal shelter, Animal Control, and we're going to have one of those adopt a pet animals here today. Another one of those puppy. Actually, we had a cat, I think, once before. This time we had a puppy dog.
Puppy.
So
yes.
I'm pretty excited. So we'll be back with Jeff in just a moment.
Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out?
Early in the morning, a seed is sown, planted into the rich soil that covers nearly 62,000 acres of Macomb County farmland. It is one of millions that are planted in our county each year. As they grow, so does Macomb County's reputation as one of the top producing agricultures not only in Michigan, but in the United States. A reputation that has not been given, but one that has been earned through generations of hard work and resilience, perseverance and know-how. Macomb County's farms, orchards, and dairies have endured and thrived, sustaining us with top-grade produce, grains, and livestock, season after season, harvest after harvest. It hasn't always been easy. The life of a farmer never is. So every morning, much like that seed, their very nature compels them to push through. They get up, they plow ahead, they continue to grow. Tend to your future.
All right, we always like to close our program by talking about one of the pets from the animal shelter. We got a beautiful, gorgeous dog that's in a house here right now, Sasha. She is absolutely adorable. And our friend, the guy who really is running that shelter right now and doing a fabulous job on behalf of Macomb County, Jeff Randazzo. So Jeff, thank you for stopping by and bringing Sasha to let people know that there are dogs and cats at the shelter available for adoption.
Well, thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
This is adorable. How do they?
So
how
this
does
is Sasha.
This is Sasha.
This is Sasha. She's a 1-year-old Rottweiler Labrador mix.
Oh my God,
She
adorable.
came into the shelter at the beginning of April.
And she's up for adoption?
She is up for adoption. She is in a special program. She'll finish her dog obedience training May 7th. And then, but she's available for adoption now. So, but she's actually in a special program so we could teach her dog obedience.
Oh my gosh.
She's a phenomenal dog. She's, like I said, she's a year old. She was surrendered in the shelter about
And
beginning
what
of
program
April.
is that in? Is
It's
she
in the Juvenile Justice Center with the Teacher's Pet Program.
Oh, teachers.
It's another phenomenal program that we have at the
They do good work.
Macomb County.
I think she sees somebody off screen with a little treat or something right now. What are you doing? Look at the camera. You want to be adopted. Look at people with that sad look. Oh my God, you're so cute.
So you have lots of pets
There you
up
go.
for
Sit.
adoption, right?
Sit.
We do. We do have a lot of pets available for adoption.
You're so cute.
All anyone would have to do is go to our Facebook.
Oh my gosh.
It's Macomb County Animal Shelter.
Sasha.
And then we're on Pet Finder. We have our own website on Pet Finder.
So residents can go to Facebook and also like your page.
That is
too,
correct.
Right? Okay.
We just opened up our Facebook page last week. It's been about a week and a half now. We have 17,000 likes.
That's
So
exciting.
it was really exciting.
Oh, that went quick.
Yes.
Yeah,
And we just
you'd-
did another volunteer orientation. So we had over 50 volunteers sign up last Saturday.
And how can people volunteer?
Just come into the shelter. You could also fill out a form online. So you can go to the shelter, fill out the form, and we'll go from there. We'll set up an orientation.
Excellent.
And
Thank
just a
you.
reminder that this Saturday, Macomb County Animal Shelter is hosting their second wellness clinic. So we're going to do vaccines for low cost, $10. We'll do heartworm test. We had one March 3rd, I believe, and we did over 650 animals.
And so people can get that information on a regular basis if they're wanting to see what's going on at the shelter, whether there's animals to be adopted. They can log onto the website for Macomb County to make a determination
Correct.
how to get a hold of you and find out what's going on there.
Yes,
So,
they can. And they can go right to the Facebook page as well. It's all posted there. It's on Pet Finder. It's eventually we will have the link from the Macomb County website to go right to our Facebook page.
And Sasha likes treats.
Sasha
Oh,
loves treats. She's
and
amazing.
she loves to be petted, and she just loves to have
Yes.
fun. She's such a playful dog. Oh
And
my
she
God, I
just
love
learned
her.
a new trick, right?
She did. She learned how to stay. So she's extremely well trained as far as learning her ability to learn sit.
Oh my goodness, you're so good. Oh
She's
my
just
God,
sweet.
you're going to be
Very
going
friendly.
very
I mean,
shortly.
just even being on the set, she's a very calm dog.
Yeah, just a quick little compliment. You're doing a great job over there. You've got some great outreach,
Bless
and
you.
you're getting a lot of support from a lot of organizations that really do care about animals and pets, and trying to figure out how do we take Macomb County to the next level. Actually, I think there were some, reputational problems we've had for some time, but I think that's part of the past, and
Yeah.
we're excited about where we're headed here in this county now under your
Moving
leadership
ahead.
at the shelter. Doing a great job.
Well, thank you so much. And I do have to say, it's been an absolute pleasure for me and the entire county, from your office to the human resources. Everyone has been so supportive. The sheriff's department. Everyone's been so supportive in moving the shelter forward.
And I
That's
love the new
amazing.
uniforms too, by the way. We talked
Thank you.
about that when you first came on board. It was like, there's got to be a connectivity with the sheriff's department. I've always wanted that, the shelter to be a part of that, and the officers that are there. And I got to imagine they're feeling somewhat of a sense of pride now with this new look.
They are. It's been amazing, and I think you can see it in them. Everyone walks a little taller, and I think that to go out there and they really do have a tough career, and so to go out there with the new uniforms on, I think also gives them the added respect they deserve. So.
Yeah, and they love what they do, and obviously you
They
can
do.
tell they have
Very
a care for animals.
They
So,
do love it.
well,
Excellent.
Jeff, we want to thank you for being on the program. We want to thank everyone once again for joining us on the Mark and Megan show,
Yes.
and we hope you stay tuned for the next episode. But always remember, there's pets and dogs and cats available over at the shelter for adoption, and this one is a beauty. So, thank you once again for tuning in, and until next time, thanks for joining us.